Hey Leo, how's your bad fiery self? You have reached Elsie at 10 of Cups Tarot. Thank you for clicking here. If you've been here before, thank you for coming back. If this is your first time, welcome. You're probably going to want to hit the subscribe button just because this is such a great group of people. I'm telling you, there are no low vibers here so far, and there's 13,000 people here, and they are just all wonderful and uplifting, and they help each other. And so I really hope that you'll decide that you want to be part of the group. So I am here with my Tarot Grand Lux today, and I'm here to give you a reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the sign of Leo. And that would be for the first half of February of 2020. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for their highest good for the sign of Leo. Okay, so the very first card that I pull will be the energy, the overall energy for the read, and then I will pick 5 cards for the immediate past. We'll take a look at what you've been up to, and then we'll put down 5 cards for the current energies, and we'll see what's going on there, and then we'll go to the future cards, and there'll be about 10 of those. All right, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, please, the sign of Leo. Ready? It is the energy of the Queen of Pentacles, which is a great energy because the Queen of Pentacles is multitasking. She's the multitasking queen. She is the person who has her fingers in all the pies. She is going to be looking after her kids, looking after your kids. She's going to be, painting the fence. She's going to be on the ladder, cleaning out the eaves. She's doing everything. She's got her finger in all the pie. She's also very charitable, and things around her tend to bloom and grow because she is very creative and very loving. And so she's always loving things. She's all about the action, right? She's always about loving things into action. She's very grounded. So she's very slow and methodical in the things that she does. She's very good with her money. She's very stable. Stable ground energy. Ooh. So I'm just going to pull 4 more cards for the past energy. 4 more, please. All right. What have we got here? I feel like you have been manifesting, Leo. I think you've been manifesting something. You've been manifesting love, I think. You've been manifesting a stable love relationship. I think you've put in a lot of thought into it, though. Put a lot of thought into it. So I see you, first of all, I see the Magician here. And the Magician shows up with the 4 of Wands. And the 4 of Wands it's like 11:11. It's intended, right? It is about a firm foundation of a relationship, a stable relationship, fiery at that, but stable. It could be about marriage as well if you're intending on going that way, but I think you've manifested this. I think you're manifesting it, or you've manifested it. I have a feeling that you're still in manifestation mode, just because I show you as being in the Hanged Man energy. And the Hanged Man is hanging there just to try and take a look at something from a different point of view, wants to look at all views for all things in order to make the right decision. So I see you as being in the Hangman energy. I think you're thinking about moving. I think you're thinking either about moving, about going away somewhere, either moving away or going away somewhere. You're thinking about wanting to go to calmer waters. So I think that perhaps you've gone through a chaotic time, and it's just time to, it's time for you to have some calmness. Yeah, it's time to calm your heart. It's time for you to be happy. It's time for you to just take what you've learned, take that with you. you know, sometimes the depiction is leaving by night. I suppose here it is as well. All you've got is the thing that you've learned, and, you know, maybe it's time for you to just head out. And yeah, it's time for you just to head out and go someplace where nobody knows your name. Yeah. Sometimes it is necessary. Sometimes you come out of a situation where you just need to get out of Dodge, and start new, start fresh. I do see that the willy-nilly knight is showing up. So the Knight of Swords is here. And when the Knight of Swords is here, that he's bringing in information, and he's bringing it in quickly. So usually when I see this card, sorry guys, sorry to those of you that have headphones in. So when the Knight shows up, he shows up because you're going to be sideswiped by something. Something's going to happen that you're not expecting. And this energy is very quick. It's very determined. And, you know, this Knight comes in with knowledge. He comes in with words, knowledge, but he comes in very quickly with those messages, and to the point where you just don't expect it. You don't expect to see it coming. You don't see it coming, by the way. So you're ready to just, you know what? You're looking at this possible relationship for what it is. You may be going toward that person once you know, in the Six of Swords energy, you may be going toward that person, but you also may just be getting out of Dodge and going the other way. Either way, it looks like you have something coming up that you didn't understand or didn't know was coming toward you. And I do see that the High Priestess is here, and when the High Priestess shows up, she's all about secrets. So something is coming up that you don't see. You can't see it in your rear view, can't see it in your side mirrors. Make sure you shoulder check. You don't want to run over the Knight. All right, so that's in the recent past. Let's go to the current energies here, Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, please, for the sign of Leo. Current energies for first half of February 2020. Yep. Leo, something has gone on here. Let me take a look. Yeah. I think you've been through something here. I think that you may have been manifesting. You may have been manifesting this relationship and trying to look at it from another point of view, but I don't think that you were able to bring it to fruition. And I think that's why you got in your boat and took off. I feel as though, yeah, there was something coming that you're not expecting. I don't know if it's happened already, but it could be ready to happen, because if this is the near past, it's like 2 weeks out. So the first card that I drew for the current energies is the Moon. The Moon is a card of Pisces and Cancer, and the Moon is about a few things. Your intuition, you need to take that wherever you go, even if you go by night. There are one dog here, which represents loyalty, and the other one here is howling at the moon, which represents sort of warnings of things to come. So this card is really about not really being able to see what's coming in the future. It's about secrets. It's kind of that way, like the High Priestess. It is about things that you can't see. It's also about things that you may see, but things are not how they appear. So you may think one thing, but it may be something completely different. So the thing that's coming toward you that is going to surprise you, sideswipe you, and maybe throw you off balance a little bit is something that you don't see coming. You can't see it coming. This is the last card in the last row, right? They came out this way. So this thing here, this fast moving energy, these messages that are coming in that you don't see coming, you can't see them coming because the Moon is here. And I think that's been done for a purpose. I do see that there's been some arguing and some fighting, passionate arguing and fighting. It may have been within a relationship. So passionate fighting, passionate arguing. The 5, again, 5s represent lack. And, you know, this guy here, you can see that he is holding up a sword because he's, well, he's victorious, but it's an empty victory. He's gotten his victory in the wrong way. Yeah, so he, he has no one around him, no one to celebrate, because everybody's like, really, you did that? Yeah. So there's something going on in the background that I'm not seeing here yet. I feel like it was sort of passionate fighting and arguing. Going forward, though, from that heavy energy, is the Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups is generally about celebration. So I have a feeling the reason you're going to celebrate those because you're closing the chapter on this. The World card is here, and when the World card is here, congratulations, you've learned a lesson. So when the World card shows up, it is the last card in the Major Arcana. It's about not necessarily carrying forward what you were doing before, but it's about not necessarily writing a new chapter, but closing the book. So whatever was going on in the past here, whatever was going on prior, then that is its own book. And that's the book that you want to burn. You want to set it on fire, take it out to the yard, bury it how many feet in the ground you could, as though it was evil. Just get rid of the book. It's time to get a brand new book and open it to a fresh page and start writing again. And that's what the World represents. It represents clean karma, a brand new start. You've learned a lesson. Congratulations, you've learned a karmic lesson, and it's time for you to carry forward. It's time for you to carry forward and find out what's in the future. Let's give you a little glimpse here and see what's going on. So I've got, I would like to please have 4 cards for the future for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, please, for the first half of February 2020. Okay, so you have been brought to the fork in the road. It's time for you to make a decision. Maybe you've already made that decision. Well, no, this is in the future, so maybe this is coming up yet. So this is a 2 of Wands, and the 2 of Wands, it's about action. Wands are all about action, but it's about being at the fork in the road, quite literally. Being there, should I go left, should I go right? I've gone left before. Maybe it's time to go right. Maybe it's time to just do things different than before we close this World card, right? Before we close the chapter. Let's just close the chapter and do something completely different. It's time for you to make a choice as to which way you're going to go at that fork in the road. Someone is watching, though. Someone is watching you make those decisions. Someone is watching you grow. And they might be doing that with social media. The page is someone who's younger than you. You can also be younger than them because this is a general reading, but the Page of Swords wants to talk to you, and when they can't talk to you, they will resort to spying on you. Social media, they might Google your name, they might find out where you live, they might, just dig for information on you, they might, go to, your Snapchat and look at your stories or whatever. This person is the investigative person who is in the tarot, and they usually find out what they need to know by investigating you if you don't talk with them. Fast-moving energy, the Chariot. And the Chariot can be a vehicle. You can be getting in a vehicle to go somewhere, to visit someone, or someone's coming to visit you, because this is a general reading. But I find that you are quickly moving towards being single if you are not single already. So I have a feeling that you had manifested this love or this relationship in the very beginning, tried to look at it from another perspective. It's not working. You decided to get in your boat and take off. But I think now that you're single, that things are moving quickly for you. So the 9 of Pentacles is someone who is single and abundant. That person is a business owner. That person is really just happy being who they are by themselves. They really don't need anyone, Leo. So this is Pentacles, of course. It's about money. It's about being abundant, and it's attached to the card with fast-moving energy. So I have a feeling that if you are deciding to start a business, if you're deciding that single is what you want to be, and you're deciding that it's time to start a business, looks like it could be now, because I'm showing that there is victory here. At the bottom of the deck, there is the card of victory. It is it's a card about being popular. you know, maybe you're going to start a YouTube channel. Maybe you're just going to start a blog. Maybe you're going to start something that brings people towards you. People look up to you with the Six of Wands. People look up to you. They like your energy. They see you conquering things one by one. And, you know, the single person here, she or he is single and abundant. They don't really need anyone. They don't want a relationship, really. They're just looking at, you know, work is the most important thing and everything else comes secondary. And they're having victory in that, and they're enjoying it. They don't really need anyone else. That being said, that's really what we should all be striving for before we get into any relationship. Being comfortable in our own skin, not needing anyone else, not needing a relationship, not needing anything, but to be within ourselves and do our own thing. That's when it's safe to get into a soulmate relationship or a twin flame relationship. Because if you are not healed and not really needing anybody, don't do it. It's going to end up in disaster. Okay, 3 more cards for the future, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for Leo. First half of February 2020, please. 2 more cards. Okay, so yeah, it's time to drop your burdens. It's time to end your pain. There's no more, you don't need to be depressed anymore. You don't need to be sad. You can be who you are and be within yourself and be just as happy. It's time to just forget about all those things that were said to you. You know, this is the energy of just coming to the absolute end of feeling lack or feeling not enough, or, you know, those swords, they're all communications that you've had with people that were good. You know, the ones that make you depressed in the 9 of Swords, you've come now to the 10 of Swords, the accumulation here. You can put all of this down. You don't need to think about that anymore. It's time for you to have hopes and dreams. It's time for you to follow your hopes and dreams. This is you. You know, you can see your third eye is open right here. You can see that Source is paying attention as well. She's trying to balance energy. She's balancing energy on the earth and the water. So she wants to get in balance. She wants to heal as well. And she's a star. She is popular with people. This is an energy, of course. We're not looking at gender here. We are looking at energy. So we're reading energy here. And she's very popular. She's a star. She's moving along in life, and she's moving, you know, she's moving up levels. My gosh, this is great. Both of these 10s, look at that. Completeness of all the bad things everybody has said to you, completeness of the things people have done to you. So you can drop all these burdens at the door. You don't have to take them in. You don't have to think about those arguments and fights that have been going on, you know, the ones where you maybe are internally arguing with yourself. Should I? Shouldn't I? Should I? Shouldn't I? You should. You should go forward. You really should, because it looks like some really great things coming up in the future for you. If you ever want to start that business, it's time to do it. 2020 is your year. You can drop all those burdens. All the wishes and hopes and dreams are coming true. You are someone who is beautiful and happy. Someone who is on point and listening to Source, connecting to Source, and healing yourself. All right. Last 3 cards. So first is the 8 of Cups, right? And the 8 of Cups, we know it as walking away from things that no longer serve you, but you're not only walking away from something, you're actually walking to something, right? You can't not walk away from something and not walk to something else. But the thing is that this person is walking away, but look, sunshine, beautiful, Source is right there. And it's not a card of lack, it's a card of abundance, because you're actually walking into abundance. When you leave things in the background, people who just were never good for you, you know, I equate them to, you know, those people who would say, oh, we should have coffee, and then you don't hear from them again. Those people who like to, you know, hang out on your Facebook page just to be surveillance. You know, you don't need that in your life. You really don't. When you walk away from things that no longer serve you, you are going to hit the tower. It looks like there is a tower coming up for you, Leo. So just keep in mind that the tower is a card that comes for our good, right? It comes for our good. It comes to break things down for us because we neglected to do so. So the card of the Tower is a major arcana card, and the only time that the universe is going to throw a major arcana card at you is because you've ignored it. Something is on the back burner that you have ignored for a very long time. The job you never got out of because you just hate it, but you never did get out of it because you're stuck in your very polished rut. Or, you know, the marriage that you're in that you just don't like, and you just can't bring yourself to say to your spouse, I'm done here. Or the relationship that you just want to get out of because you just want to be single and abundant and have a business. You don't want to be in a relationship. You just want to have friends and be with you. Those are the things that the Tower comes to clear away. So when the Tower falls, you get whoever loves you to help you clear away that debris, and then you get to start again, because the Wheel is here. There are big changes coming for you, big changes. When the Wheel of Fortune pushes in your favor. Fortune, everything is fortunate. So you know, money, abundance, abundance in love, abundance in just being happy and free and self-serving, and not necessarily taking care of everyone, taking care of you. So the Wheel is here to push you in the right direction, but there's something that has to be cleared away before that can happen, and that's why the Tower is here. So walk away from as much as you can. Know that the Tower will fall, but you're going to get up, dust yourself off, and you're going to feel the winds of change coming, because that's what the Wheel does. The Wheel brings changes, good changes, fortunate changes. So fortune, money, abundance, love, kindness, happiness. So I wouldn't say fear the Tower. I would say, yeah, sometimes the Tower can be rough. I've had my own Tower. When I was in a job for, 10, 11 years and was treated like awful by a huge corporation in this country, then the Tower came, because Spirit knew that I needed to get out of that awful place where I was being kind of mentally abused on a daily basis, not only by clients, but by the upper management. I ended up falling into my own Tower moment. I lecture everybody about the Tower every day, and I'm telling you, when I ended up quitting my job on, I'm not going to say on a whim, because I do believe it was planned. It was planned by Spirit. When I ended up leaving my job that day, I didn't know what I was going to do. All I knew is that I was going to go home and I was going to do a reading for myself, because I needed to know what was coming next. So that's what I did. And I put that reading online, and here I am. Now I have a business. So don't be too scared of this Tower, okay? It's going to be sad. It's going to be hard. It's going to freak you out. But damn, look at this. Look at that. You're on it. It's okay. It's going to be fine. Okay, that's all I have for you today. Oh, wait, no. I almost forgot to give you your Spirit Animal Oracle card. Sorry. I got a brand new deck. Spirit Animal Oracle cards, right? You've probably seen everybody use them. Oh, God, how cute is that? Okay, so I'm just going to get you one card here. See what other notes we can get you from the universe. What else we can pull in from the universe as some advice. So Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Ooh, there we go. It is Black Cat Spirit, Life is a Mystery. All right, let me take a look at my book. I just got this deck, so I'm not 100% on it yet. I shall learn, I promise, but right now we're looking at 8 of stability. And take a look. Bobcat Spirit. Look at that bobcat. That's a beautiful depiction. Look at that. Those eyes. I only once in my life saw a bobcat, and I saw it from a distance, and it was beautiful and amazing. Okay, enough of that. Life is a mystery. The bobcat moves furtively and mysteriously, and when the bobcat spirit appears to you, she brings a powerful reminder that not all things in life can be explained or understood through the power of intellect. Trying to figure things out, find logical explanations, or predict what will happen based on reasons and facts will not provide you with the certainty and comfort you seek. Bobcat asks you to trust in the great mystery, and let the secrets of the universe reveal themselves to you through direct experience. Allow your visions to slip into soft focus, and you will see between the lines and observe what has been hidden there all along. Bobcat Spirit helps you know intimately the pulse of the divine in the world. Trust in the wisdom and the revelations that come to you, yet know that understanding may not come as you would like it to. What you experience through your heart and intuition, which comes to you as the voice of your inner knowing, will guide you as you accept that secrecy is woven into the fabric of existence. No matter what the appearance of the Bobcat Spirit is a sign that you are being called to trust, even when what is revealed does not agree with you and your need for intellectual certainty. I really love this. You know why? Because that's exactly what we talked about in this reading. We talked about trust, right? Walking away from things that no longer serve you, and then trust. It takes a lot of trust in the universe to really get through this tower. That's on the outside, right? It comes right after the tower. So trust in the universe. Trust that the universe knows what's best for you, because sometimes you don't know what's best for you, and that's just the bottom line. So this is I'm sorry. This is what I have for you for today. And if you do need a private reading, right now I have February. I've continued the sale of the $25 reading. It's one question. If you just need a really quick, tell me what I got to do before you go into that person on Valentine's Day, absolutely, $25 will get you, a little bit of detail on one question. So email me, elsie@tenofcupstarot.ca. I also have 30-minute readings and 1-hour readings. Prices are below. If this does resonate with you, please let me know. I'd love to see comments. I answer all of them. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for clicking, sharing, and liking. The subscribe button, thank you so much. If you could offer me a thumbs up, if you have the time to do that, that would be wonderful. Thank you so much for being here, and I'm out. Bye.